Well, he attack me. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Yeah, man, now move settings nation. And we no need no ladder. Now welcome to the channel. Yeah, man, Jaden Chase, and now we're gonna bring another important reason and entertainment and current affairs. Remember, man, I don't know, but click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and also leave a like, a comment, and yes, what's a shape on the blogging truth. Nation Vybz Kartel, they tell me. Yes, the teacher, they tell you this already. More clergymen and members of the security forces, or former members seeing that they are arrested, are behind the bars in higher numbers than entertainers. Who is setting a bad example? Now another pastor at an apostolic church in Granville is now on the run. He's been sought in connection with, yes, as you guessed it, an assault against a minor. On to them money. On to them money we claim to them a clergyman. Them people who want to tell other people how to live them life. But look upon what them do. There's a saying, practice what you preach. You know who them saying they go for? Now, the minor made the report at the police station a few days ago, and a medical report was generated. Them carry get her tested. On the weekend, police personnel reportedly visited the church where the pastor preaches, but he was not present. How you know so the report make? No. Was he there and fled the scene when them arrive? Not confirmed. Checks were also made at the pastor's house, but he was nowhere to be found. He remains at large as we speak. Now, truth be told, these cases, brothers and subscribers, whether before the courts or situations already settled by court and these individuals are behind the bars, they are in high numbers. The state, however, does not discuss that or disclose it to the public. For the better part, these stories are kept out of the media. Recently, an officer attached to a rural station who was, I think, charged with misappropriate using funds for the wrong reasons. Remember how the specific charge is stated. But after being charged with that, he take his own life. This is not something them did bring upon the media. This is not something them talk about over the news, because it make the state look bad. Now the family had chosen not to issue any statements at this time. You know the world settings go. Them probably still shocked to the news overall. If I'm to tell them probably did shock. What I'm glad for see though, even though it being a sad situation for her, our family acted on the news. They never ask her and try to cover it up, and no, them go to the station right away and go report this brother. And based on the medical report generated, it seemed like I saw it go, because it prompted officers to then visit the church and go film. Some people will say, why it takes so long? You don't know, maybe why then they wait upon the medical report? I'm not sure. Normally, once these accusations are brought against individuals, it's normally a speedy situation where, you know, you have to go up by the station and go talk about it. So why it take a couple of days? You don't know. It did, however, give the pastor the window of opportunity to flee. And now, he's still at large. When them go to the church, him never did it. Some people say maybe him did it, and then, you know, him run away. When them go to him house, him never did it neither. So when the state try to demonize entertainers, making them out as criminals, as if their influence and their music is negative and affects the youth in a negative way. No, they are wrong. These are the issues where affect the youth in a negative way. Pastors we are doing them things to the girl. This is where affect the youth. The security forces we are going to the inner city communities and not treat the youth them as criminals even before the age when they make a conscious decision on what they want to become in a life. These are the type of trauma that affect the youth them while them are forward up. And on the same music that them are talk about, it become them comfort majority of the time. but because of the mentality of looking for somebody to blame while covering up the shame, we have failed to address the real issues and talk about them for what they are. The pastor something I would the youth them happen for years, but because it documented or people not talk about it much, every time it happen, people outrage, people shock, say could that even happen. Of course them thing are going. If you say something about a priest, of course people will say yeah man, it liable for happening. Man now make them youth go over on a priest yard, they're mad. But because those issues are documented, you see it for your news, you see it in the newspaper, you see it in the media, you see it in the movies. Locally, this is something we keep on a level. There are situations where pastors do them same thing and still in them church I preach today, with some of their victims still in the congregation traumatized. Seeing that when the teacher did put out the statement, some people are saying, oh yo, that unproven, oh you know that, where the statistics depend that. The statistics is there. There are more former security force members and clergymen behind the bars, more than DJs. And there are now officially more pastors on the run than DJs. Talk to me. Let me know if this is the first instance or this is the first situation of this nature that you have heard of. I feel like this is a situation that has been happening for years now. Just something not being discussed. Something with them not publicized. The newspaper now gonna run with this one as a front page news. Maybe the Star will do it. Maybe catch a vibe. But more likely no. Now if you have something else about an entertainer to put out. Think about it. If an artist was arrested for a traffic violation and a pastor was in this situation, which of these stories you think would have been the front page news? Of course it would be the artist. For the traffic violation, they wouldn't tell you it was a traffic violation though. They would just tell you something about the artist and he being arrested. So that's what the media do. The media choose to put something else in the eyes of the public. Church and state. So of course, state matters and certain church matters. Then we keep it on a level. Remember, the pastor now give a statement. The family now give a statement. The church members now give a statement. There will be no story there. So obviously, for the shock value and the wow value, they're going to tell you about the entertainer. And that's how it take place for years now. Situations we happen with security force members. In the documented, the amount of situations before the court with officers. People are surprised. But because either the charge is not gone away, or these individuals get sentenced and then get acquitted, or things of that nature. Once they're acquitted, meaning to them appeal them charges, and then for some reason the appeal court feel like say, yeah man, based on the facts that them do a couple months or them do a year and couple months, you're gonna let them out now. Talk to me. Tell me how you feel. As I'm saying in the case with priests, it wasn't so shocking. Because as I say, movies, news, international movies and news with me. We see all of these cases, so we know it. We see it in the movies, so we know, say, oh, that thing they go on. So people know, people are aware. But for the cases out there with the pastor them and them thing, when I feel like most people know, it's them wouldn't allow them youth them for still, in a certain situations with these individuals. As I said, nobody now just make them youth be unsupervised around certain type of people based on their character. But for certain individuals, pastors, officers, people judge them based off of them job, them occupation. So people always have it say, alright, being that these are law enforcers, they're supposed to have the law in mind and ensure the public safety. Not always. Pastors, they might tell people and advise people how to live right, spiritual advice. Yet still, there are some who are doing these things. Talk to me in the comment section, know how you feel. But I see the one called Jaden Chase, dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative, and say my mind in the know if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through. But you like the reason, and of course you like the point of view. Well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon right after that and put it on all. And this is how you know you'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. You know there's something go. Drop a like and bust a share. Like icon is located in close proximity to the share icon. So you can drop a like and bust a share and tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them to check out the channel, check out the reasoning, join the discussion. Comment section open 24/7, never lack yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. You know there's something go. And for those who don't, my sentiments for you and yours that wanna live. Well, first and foremost, I won't move settings, I wanna need no ladder. And my sentiments for you and yours that wanna live, love, and prosper until we reason again.